Take one, the only one. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Mark Schillinger, founder of Challenging Teenage Sons and co-founder of the Young Men's Ultimate Weekend, a modern rite of passage initiation for young men ages 13 to 20. I wanted to briefly give you some advice about how to handle your son, especially when it comes to mastering his territory. It's a term that we use at the Young Men's Ultimate Weekend where we're letting the young men know that they're at an age where they need to take care of themselves. They need to clean their own rooms. They need to do their own laundry. They should know how to cook their own food. And in my coaching experience with parents, I find that most of the parents are still doing these activities for their sons, even sons that are 17 or 18 or 19. So I want to let you know that this is a mistake, especially in this modern society where your sons are so, their attention is just so taken away by digital dominance, media mania, social media. Their minds are being taken away from the things that are right in front of them, like taking care of themselves. So if you're still making your son's bed, if you're still doing his laundry, I really want to recommend that you stop that. And you want to let your sons know that this is not like a punishment. They're not doing anything wrong. As you've probably heard me say before, I really recommend that you stop tender loving them so much and caring for them and start becoming their teacher. I like to call it teaching love or mentor love. So you're going to let your sons know that it's time for them to leave the house soon, and you want to train them and guide them to do this successfully. So you can't just say to them, son, it's time for you to grow up and now you're going to do your own laundry. That approach won't work with them. But if you let them know gently and calmly and briefly that it's time for you to help them individuate and leave the home in a successful way because they're going to be going off to school soon or getting a job and leaving the house, that you want to help them learn how to take better care of themselves. So you schedule a time for them to learn how to do their laundry. You schedule a time for them to learn how to fold their laundry. You schedule a time for them to teach them how to cook some basic foods. You schedule a time for them to learn how to do whatever it is they need to do around the house that will not only help them grow up and grow out of the house, but even more importantly, is so that you can have more time for yourself. At this point in a young man's life, you need to do all that you can to activate all of his instincts to individuate and move on. The benefit is that you have more time for yourself. So remember, the key is that this is not a punishment, this is not a consequence, this is a natural act that you're going to be showing your son how to do, and the natural act is taking care of himself. I really want to support you in this. It'll make him feel like he's contributing to the family, really, even though he'll tell you he doesn't want to do so. It's natural for him to want to do so at this point in his life. He'll have more respect for himself, you'll have more respect for him, and you'll have more time for yourself. Give it a go. I promise you it'll work.